After a very long layoff, welcome back to the workshop. I'm super excited to be back and to start on a new project, the Crysknife from Dune. We'll be using some brand new tools to turn a 1084 steel bar into the blade and a brand new Resin 3D printer to make the handle. And without further ado, let's get started. I'll be using SolidWorks to model the blade and handle and basing them off of pictures I got on Google. I then convert the files into a CNC program and cut them out using my plasma cutter CNC machine. Alright, turned out pretty good. Only thing is the plasma cutter kind of cut into there, so we're going to weld that up. Other than that, it's almost ready for grinding. I use the contact wheel to get very close, precise contact with the blade to grind down all the excess molten metal that came from the CNC plasma cutter. Here I'm using a Sharpie and a scribe to engrave a line into the metal to know when to stop grinding in the edge. I have this angle guide on my sander set to about an 8-degree angle. This will make my edge very steep and good for slicing. And now for the heat treat. This 1084 blade requires a normalization cycle at 1650 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes and then allowed to air cool to room temperature. This will take some of the stress out of the blade before quenching. And obviously the oven is not on. I'm not sure where the footage of me putting it in when it was hot is, so this is what you get. Quench is done at 1450 degrees Fahrenheit and is dipped into canola oil. bit of a warp was caused by the quench, so while the blade tempers at 450 degrees, I have it clamped between two pieces of steel to hopefully straighten it out as the steel relaxes. We're going to hand sand the blade just enough to get a nice, worn, weathered look. We're using a Resin 3D printer that uses a liquid UV resin and ultraviolet light to build a 3D object layer by layer. Here we're using a Dremel to add pitting into what would be the metal part of the handle and scratches into what would be the wood part. We're using a chestnut spray paint for the wood part of the handle and a metallic aluminum for the metal part. Adding drops of black paint onto the handle and wiping it almost completely off with the paper towel will give the handle a worn and aged look. Using Canva, we trace the etch that appears on the knife and then use a laser engraver to burn into the metal of our blade.
meet, my darling.